Alright guys, so we're back for another first impressions video. So recently on the channel, I've been more so into this theme of getting my hands on these modern, really new releases of fragrances from all these designer fragrances. I mean, we've gotten Bad Boy Cobalt, we've gotten all type of fragrances that have been released in the past couple of years, and it's been an interesting experience to see just what these new releases have kind of brought to the table. Definitely a lot of these fragrance brands are going with the theme of just kind of keeping this high concentration, these really rich, really luxurious fragrances. But nonetheless, the fragrance that we're going to be talking about today is another new release from the brand of Emporio Stronger With You. And this one here we're going to be talking about is the new Stronger With You Parfum. So again, Emporio Armani is one of those fragrance brands and one of those lines that are known for their sort of warm, seductive night out fragrances. Not to be confused with Giorgio Armani. That is kind of the fresh side of the Acqua di Giorno, the Armani line of fragrances. Nonetheless, I enjoy Stronger With You fragrances, especially when I get the chance to wear them. Those are more the cold weather fragrances. And so here in the city, where I live, it's not always so cold, but when it does get cold, especially when it gets particularly cool and, really that jacket, that cold weather, those are the best fragrances really to pull out. But nonetheless, I got my hands on this one. This one has created a lot of buzz in the community. So all we're gonna do now is just get into our first impressions, get through our initial smell test, see how this one fares. Is this one an improvement? Is it vastly different from other ones in the line? Does it keep the same Stronger With You DNA, or has it severely changed it? So nonetheless, we're gonna get right into it. First and foremost, let's get through our unboxing, our unwrapping, and then we'll get into it. Okay, just already looking at it, we'll get it unwrapped. They went with another sort of luxurious, that nice sleek look on the box. Okay, this one is nice. This one is really nice. So nice dark juice, nice modern looking. They keep the same Strong With You bottle design. So again, that same look, that same design, but they definitely darkened. They made it more of that ambery, sort of dark, rich looking juice. And as far as the fragrance is concerned, now all is left for us to do is get right into the fragrance review. We're gonna take it, we're gonna do our initial opening smell test off the air. So we're gonna get it, boom, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice atomizer, nice wide spraying atomizer. Okay, this one definitely opens up. It's keeping that same Strong With You DNA. You're picking up a lot of that fresh spiciness. You're picking up, it's like that, keeping that pink pepper in here, and then it smells almost like mandarin orange too, like you would get from an Allure orange trim. So a little bit of that sweetness as well. Then you're getting some floral components. You're getting that nice lavender here already, just off rip. You're definitely getting that chestnutty accord too, like you would get in some of the other flankers too. So they've kept the Stronger With You DNA, made it a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more spicy with the pink pepper. I'm definitely getting that as you're getting with other Stronger With You fragrances. They went with sort of a more, not citrusy, but a more of a mandarin orange sweetness. And then you got some lavender as far as the floral components are concerned. But nonetheless, really great opening, really nice, kind of loud, really, really nice projecting opening. So definitely I'm quite impressed and quite liking this one already off rip. All right, we got the test strip, we got the fragrance now. So let's see how it is whenever we test it off the strip. And let's see if we pick up anything else whenever we spray it on the second time. So just in the air again, man, this one is still really good. You're still getting that pink pepper, you're getting that warm, it really smells like a really warm hug. You're getting that mandarin vibrance as well. You're getting some lavender in here. I'm smelling that floral components. All right, now as it dries down, let's see if we're getting anything different. This one isn't as smoky, right? This one is definitely more rich. This one is definitely more, it's not too gourmand too, it's not too sweet either. So this one I think definitely is for those of us, if you don't like the nutty accord, you want it a little bit fresher, you want it a little bit more balanced, I think you would like this one. Picking up on some sage in here too. You're definitely getting another floral in here, especially once it settles down in the air. Once you get it to the mid, it's definitely more of a floral mid, really nice, inviting, really well put together type of male. I would imagine wearing this. This isn't a suit and tie fragrance, but really kind of more of a nice lunch. This isn't necessarily dinner. You could wear it to dinner. You could wear it for a night out, but I think this one is a little bit more casual, but still someone who's well put together, well kind of established too. All right, we got the tester strip, we got the fragrance. Let's see how this one fares after we spray it on and after we kind of test it off the mid this time. Again, let's see if we pick up on anything differently on the second go around. Still picking up that stronger with you DNA, but we're gonna let it dry down. As we're letting it dry down, this one definitely, in terms of comparisons, definitely still keeping that same line. Again, if you like that pink pepper mandarin orange, as far as a nice, vibrant, really soft, spicy, still a little bit fresher than the other stronger with yous, right? It's not like a fresh spicy, like you're not getting anything green or blue, but just if you like sort of that pink kind of more invigorating opening of a fragrance, you like a slight switches to your fragrance, and then you like a really floral herbal fragrance, I think this one is definitely going to be one that you're going to enjoy with that lavender mixed with that sage. This one, now that I'm testing it off the tester strip, it's a little bit more, it's more powdery too. It's more powdery in the nice way. It's not powdery iris, but more for someone who likes a nice clean, kind of like fresh clothes with a nice detergent to it, is what this one kind of is reminding me of. Definitely aromatic in nature as well, so it's got some nice head turning appeal, nice qualities. I think the CR on this one is going to be really good. It's got a nice projection too when I sprayed in the air, and then also when I brought it up to the tester strip, you know, it did have a nice presence to it, so I do imagine it's going to have a nice appeal. I think it's definitely going to be one of those. It'll make a statement when you walk in a room, but it won't be obnoxious either. So definitely a great selection. I do love the richness and luxurious nature of this fragrance, and I think this is definitely going to be another dub as we break it down. You're definitely still picking up on that nutty accord as well, so it keeps that same chestnutty, that, you know, that chestnutty fragrance note that is known with the Stronger With You line, but the nutty accord is a little bit more toned down. It's a little bit more suppressed, so you're not getting so much of that chestnut. You're kind of getting it more as a lingering note rather than the more pronounced note. So we're 2 for 2. I mean, so I do like the initial opening. The initial opening is great. The mid is great, and so now all we do is we test it off the skin, and we'll see how it is whenever we get into that dry. So, I mean, again, just off that alone, we just got a nice whiff of it. But this one, again, I think is going to be one of those, when you walk by someone, people are going to stop you and ask you what it is that you're wearing, especially. I think this one is definitely going to be another night out dinner fragrance, but I do think you could pull this one off as sort of like your brunch fragrance, especially if it's cooler outside. Definitely, I think you could pull this one off, especially in the fall and in the winter where the weather is a little bit colder. I think definitely it's going to be more versatile in those seasons. Definitely you're not wearing this. I wouldn't imagine you'd wear this during the summer. Even spring when it's a little warmer, I think warm weather, this isn't the go-to. Even the fact that it's still fresh in nature, I think it is a little bit more sweet, that it may not be your favorite fragrance, it may not be other people's favorite fragrance, you know, in those type of settings, but nonetheless, dry down, you're picking up again. You got that vanilla in here, got that chestnut in here, picking up on that sage, that lavender, especially in the base. Really floral, slightly smoky with the sage too, slight smokiness to it. But overall, really simple note breakdown, really effective, really high quality, really classy, really luxurious. This one's really sophisticated, more refined, really divine fragrance. So again, if you like those high concentration of fragrances, you like those rich, sort of alluring fragrances, definitely this is another one that you're gonna love and get your hands on for sure. And again, worth the price, worth blind buying it like I did. And I bought it for retail. I mean, it's for the most part going for about the same whether you get it on retail or a discount, because it's brand new, it just dropped. But nonetheless, another great selection. I love what they did with it, honestly. You know, the original has its appeal. Strong With You absolutely has its appeal. Intensely has its appeal. Now I have the fourth and final one from the line, at least as far as that is concerned. From the main ones, and then we have other ones, the black bottle. I know the green bottle exists, but those first four, I mean, we're 4 for 4, which, you know, when you have a line that has different flankers and all of them are hidden, then you really have a nice, solid fragrance line, and that's what Strong With You kind of brings to the table. All right, so now we got the opening done, we got the mid done, we got the skin test done. So now let's see where this one fares, who wears it, when we're wearing it, and let's do the final breakdown. When we break Strong With You Parfum down, basically you're gonna get that pink pepper, you're gonna get sage, you're gonna get lavender, you're gonna get vanilla and chestnut as some of the main notes. Okay, this one is definitely gonna be a more nighttime, especially in the fall and winter. You can even pull it off in the spring nights, especially as long as the weather is not too cool or it's not too warm. If it's a cool night out, I think this one you'll be able to pull off really well. Definitely your more day nighty, night out, evening, dinner that you want to make a nice lasting impression. This one is going to be the fragrance for you. As far as setting is concerned, who's wearing this? Definitely a guy, again, mid to late 20s, going into his 30s. Really nice, sophisticated fragrance for those guys in that age bracket. I think even a guy going 40 plus, I think that this could be a really rich and luxurious fragrance for you to get your hands on. I think it'd be a great gift too. Right, a great designer gift where you don't have to break the bank, but you can still get a nice, solid fragrance, a modern fragrance, especially if you know that the guy in your life really has an affinity towards fragrances. I think this would be a great gift that it kind of checks a couple boxes. It checks being established, being well known, but also being a little bit unique and different as well. Nonetheless, I'm really, really happy with this fragrance. Again, another great first impressions that it accounted for. Great, solid line. And you kind of touch on all sides of the spectrum. You get some fresh qualities in there. You get some spiciness. You get some warmth. You get some warmth in there as well. You also get a little bit of smokiness. You get some vanillic sweetness in there. So you get a nice balance and array of fragrance notes without kind of being so leaning towards one side of the spectrum over another. And none of the fragrance notes overpower one another, which is really when you have a nice balanced, high quality fragrance. So now all that's left is really just to go out and test it in the community. But nonetheless, guys, that'll do it for today. That was a great first impression. Again, another dub, another banger, another gem to get your hands on. But let me know whether you guys are getting your hands on Strong With You Parfum. Have you guys added it? Have you guys gotten your nose on it? Let me know down in the comments. And if you just find my channel, I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure to hit the follow and the subscribe button down below. So like the video and comment any fragrances you guys want me to talk about, and I'll get them done for you. If you've already been following me, again, thank you guys for the support. Again, we're just building the community up, we're building the following up, and this is a great and fun experience, you know, kind of being able to build the collection up from scratch, especially with these more modern fragrances that a lot of these new, you know, designer brands are starting to come out with, and then getting our hands on these inexpensive ones, getting these hands on these, you know, Middle Eastern gems as well. I mean, again, it's really building a nice array of fragrances. So again, let me know what fragrances you want me to talk about coming forward if I haven't already. Get it done. As always, guys, have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love.